Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Richardson. It's JJ Diamond, Dejah, Jackie, whatever y'all call me. Today I wanted to talk about my new song. Well, it's not actually a new song. It was released 4 years ago or 5 years ago, something like that. Back in 2015, I believe, or the beginning of 2016. And when Google Play transformed their platform into like how how iTunes and Spotify does, we had to find different distributors to distribute our music. So some of the music I didn't redistribute because now the rules are a lot different than the rules were back when Google Play was their own distributor for us artists. Now, a lot of people want to know the connection of me and DMX. I met DMX back in Buffalo, New York, years ago, but the real connection is through Swiss Beats. I had met Swiss Beats many years ago in Mount Vernon when I was working up there as a security guard. I was working for a company called Beta NASA. I was a security guard for them. We wore all black everything. And I worked in his complex, and I had met him many years ago. I can't even remember how long ago. It was like the early 2000s. Then after that, I wound up running into, oh boy, what's his name? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Dragon. I ran into Dragon in my building when I lived on Boston Road, and he used to go to a studio that was on the second floor. Matter of fact, right up under me was the studio, and we ran into him a lot and saw him periodically, and I didn't know that I was being surrounded by all the DMX people. Now prior to that, let me go back some. I was living in Buffalo, New York, and I'm trying to remember like all of the scenarios that connects me to DMX. It's just so much. And Dragon was the one that was around us actually the most. However, because he would be in our living area, so we was able to connect with him more. I did connect with Swiss Beats a lot, and his family a little, because I was there to protect them. However, that's the connection to me and DMX. Now, when DMX came to Buffalo, when they say, when you go to a city, and you're a celebrity, the first thing they ask is, where's the hot spot and who's the hottest in the city? We want to go around where the hottest people at in the city, And Dejah, me, Jackie, Miss JJ Diamond, I danced at the clubs, okay? Not a stripper, people. Not a stripper. These days when you tell people you danced, they think you were a stripper. I wasn't a stripper, but I did do a lot of reggae dancing, which means I was doing a lot of whining. I could have been a stripper, maybe, but that wasn't my forte. However, I was very hot in the city, and when I say hot in the city, meaning everybody knew who Dejah was. I was out in the clubs every weekend dancing, and this is where the Buffalo Bills come in at. I met a lot of the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to them in Buffalo, because I would be out in the clubs and they would be out there, and after I finished dancing and giving them a show, they will all come to me and, you hungry, you want something to drink, because we want to see you dance, you keep the club popping, and I was honored that the city loved me so much, but getting back to DMX, he wanted to find out where the hot spot was, and the hot spot was where I was, and I live right next door to a barbershop called Magic City. And, all the fellas used to come through there to get their hair cut. And everybody knew me. So when he pulled up, it was like big for Magic City. It was like, wow, DMX is parked out in front of our shop. And my house was actually, only thing that separated Magic City from my house was the driveway. Okay, so DMX had opened up a beauty parlor for his child's mother, and they were wondering why they wasn't getting business. And that's because me, Dejah, was doing everybody's hair in the city, So, I felt bad, but, I had to let it go because he had an actual business where I was doing hair out of my house, So big up to him and his baby mother on that. I couldn't afford, I could have afforded to open up a business, but I just chose not to. And that was the lack of my intelligence and knowledge of being a business owner back then. However, he would come through, and see us out there and holler at us, and I would get on the car and show them why they love me so much. I would jump on my car and I would dance, and do what I do, because he's a celebrity. So I'm like, okay, well, if he came to us, I got to give him what I give the city, So I gave it to him, danced on the car, bugging out, and showing him who Dejah was, and he accepted me for that, Years later, now that we all grown and older, I decided to get into the music industry. And of course, y'all know, 50 was one of those that I contacted and was dealing with on his music stuff. However, DMX was another. Before 50 came out, DMX was out. You know what I mean? So, and he actually helped me in Buffalo when he used to come through, you know what I mean, and show us love. That actually made me bigger, you know what I'm saying? Because I was bringing the celebrities out, So, with that being said, when a person like 50 Cent music start coming out, and I'm running through the city listening to 50 Cent, they're like, okay, yeah, that's the next big one. We got to bring him here. And they did, you know what I mean? So, that's a little of our history, my history with DMX and 50 Cent. Also, I had saw DMX on Facebook one day, and this is how me and him got connected. More so connected ourselves versus his entourage or his crew, And I started talking to him, and I said, I would love, because I love DMX. I got a ticket messing with DMX music, okay? I was driving across the Lackawanna Bridge, okay, doing 90. Okay, and it was because I was listening to DMX, and I said, damn, this man getting me tickets. That's how much I love his music, because he gets you hyped, so hyped, you just be hyped, and I just had this love for his music. So I throw his CD in, and I'll be driving around the city, and I'll go over to Lackawanna, which is another city outside of Buffalo. Shout out to Lackawanna. I miss you guys. Y'all the ones who put me on to my pink Stan Smiths that I actually bought and took to Maryland with me. So that was the last thing that I had from Buffalo was them pink Stan Smiths. And I rocked out with those in Maryland because that was the last thing I bought before I left Buffalo. Getting back to me talking to DMX. DMX was down here in the Carolinas. And I decided to contact him, and I contacted him, and he got back with me, and I said, hey, I want to use your beat, and he said, go ahead, and I'm like, okay. So I released the song, and the song was doing okay. People liked the song, but the thing was, Google Play took it down, So when Google Play took everything down, I had to re-release. Now, when you releasing these tracks, people, it costs money. Okay, and I was having a hard time making money when I got here to Charlotte. It's like they shut me down. Like everything just fell apart when I got here to Charlotte. And I really didn't have the money to re-release all of this music because it's a process. You know, you got to have all these different numbers. You got to have all this stuff, you know, to make sure that track belongs to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, these companies can give you that stuff, but it don't really belong to you. And excuse the birds. That's the nature, y'all. I'm sorry, but they making noise right now. And I don't know if y'all can hear me. But all of this stuff costs money. This music industry, especially when you are the publisher and the artist, you know, shout out to all the big publishing companies and the big dogs. Shout out to them because they put a lot of money out there for these artists, you know. And when they do this, you know, these artists get mad when they say, oh, well, you're not paying me enough. Well, damn, I'm not getting paid enough to pay you enough. You know, and then you want to live this high-class life. You know, how do you expect me to pay you all of this when I'm paying for this and this and this and this? So I get it, people. I get it. You know, being on both sides of the world, being a publisher plus being an artist, I get it. You know, so I respect the game. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you don't want to get a deal because the labels are mean. They do this. They take all your money, blah, blah, blah. It's two sides to every story. And I figured it out because I'm on both sides of it. And I understand 100%, you know, all the money that a label has to put out. It is unreal for an artist, you know. Video shoots, studio time, clothes, traveling, hotels, maybe rental cars if they need cars, you know, feeding them. It's just unreal. The money is just unreal that they got to put out. So I get it. And I respect y'all 100%. Now the industry is a little bit different. You know, here in America, the artists are not really making that much money, you know, because America, they turned it to where if the artists want to be played, you gotta pay to play, you know. So a lot of us artists pretty much work out of the country, okay, and that's how we stay above water, you know, and get them record sales out of country because they still pay, which that's the way it used to be, you know what I mean? Yeah, they have it where they used to grease some of the people palms to play the song so they can make the money, but now the way they're doing it is you must pay in order to be advertised the proper way. You know, if you're not a superstar, okay? And it's sad that they do that, you know what I mean? But this is what it is. However, when my people come to me, you know, and say, hey, we got to make it do what it do, you know what I mean? And we got to work together. We're all in this together. I'm going to work with them. Even though I'm a pop artist, I came in as a rap artist, but they changed me over to a pop artist because of my style of music. You know, I can do some rapping, but I can also do some pop music, you know. So they just gave me that category. I got more pop music than I do rap music. And that puts me in a whole nother category. I'm not even supposed to deal with the rappers. But those are the people that I came up in this industry with. From the beginning, when I was just dancing in the clubs, those are the people that acknowledged me, okay? When I started out as a rapper back when I was in Toro College, those are the people that acknowledged me. Shout out to Wu-Tang, okay? They acknowledged me back then, okay? When I wasn't even really rapping that much. I was with a group, and I think I told y'all this before. Shout out to them. I'm not going to say their names again because y'all know who they are. But I was in a group, and I was also a host. That's what I did best. I host shows very well, you know. So me being a host and an artist, it came to play to be a good thing, you know what I mean? And once again, shout out to Wu-Tang because they was there to support me on that and get them people out there so I could have a turnout show. And I did. Shout out to Toro College on that. And it brought not only the people out, but it brought the record labels out too, you know. So I was thankful for that. But the point that I'm trying to make is we all in this together, and they're trying to take rap music away, okay? And I don't know how to put it, people, but I feel like within the next 10 years, rap music will be gone. So if you're a rapper this is just, this is just coming from me. You can do what you want to do. If you're a rapper, you need to team up with a pop artist or an R&B artist, because if not, you're going to go away. Okay? And I've been trying to tell people this for a long time. They're trying to do away with it. I very rarely hear rap music on certain stations. Okay? And I'm talking black stations. It's all R&B and pop these days. So the industry has changed dramatically. And when these people were talking about they were trying to get rid of rap, they were really serious about this. Okay? And it's sad because I grew up on rap music. I grew up in the era of rap music, house parties. I grew up in the era of block parties. We came together and listened to rap music and danced in the street. This is what we did in the Bronx. Shout out to BX. We have a lot of block parties up there. Harlem, shout out to Harlem, because I used to run through Harlem too. And I'd be at the block parties, and this is what we did. Even at the Ruckus, when they was playing ball at the Ruckus, they be playing music. And it'd be rap music. This is what we did. This was our culture. So it's sad that they're trying to get rid of rap because they don't understand our culture. Granted, yeah, we have some of these rappers that just be doing too much on these songs, and it does take these kids' minds to a whole nother space. But you don't have to listen to it. Y'all the ones that make these rappers big, okay, that we really don't want, okay? Don't nobody want to hear about suicide. Don't nobody want to hear about you can't make it mentally. Don't nobody want to hear about you shooting up everything. You know what I mean? The Baby, when he came out with his song, Rockstar, I love that song. I love it so much every time I hear it because it's something that I live. You know what I mean? These police be acting up, and then sometimes we can't be so fearful of them, even though I was fearful of the police for a long time because of what they did to me. But we can't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we are human beings. We pay their taxes. We pay taxes to pay their salary. So we have to feel like a citizen. You understand what I'm saying? So when he came out with that song, I was just y'all should have seen me. But I was like, I love the song. Anybody that know me or seen me driving down the road knew that Rockstar was on the radio at that moment. But I'm glad that when he did the video, he did a different concept, okay, based on what the song was about. You know what I mean? And I shout out to the Baby, with the concept of the zombies and us killing the zombies up. And, I loved it. I loved it so much. Shout out to you on that. And you get definitely a big A+ for that one, So I thank you for that. And maybe you'll be one of those rappers that be able to hold on for this transition of getting rid of the hip hop and rap artists. Rap music is going to stay underground, because people are not going to stop rapping. It just won't make it to the radios. You know what I mean? So, like I said, for those that do want to try to stay in this industry, y'all have to team up with these artists that are pop artists, R&B artists, because if you don't, you're going to be underground for the rest of your life. And we're in this for the big haul. A lot of us, are BMI holders, ASCAP holders, you know what I mean? Which makes us real artists, you know what I mean? Because we get paid from our music, whether it be here in America or whether it be overseas, So, with that being said, get your stuff right before this change, okay? See, we got a lot more to think about than just what we're going through COVID-wise. Because it's going to technically end, okay? And you won't be called for shows. So that means we have to go back to the bottom and start all over from the ground where it first started, and y'all going to have to control that. Me personally, I love rap music. I love, y'all all know how much I love rap music. I love 50, I love DMX, I love Meek Mills, There's just so many of them, that I love. Ludacris, y'all know I love Ludacris. I redid his song. Shout out to Ludacris and Universal. That's #1 spot. Y'all check that out. There's so many rappers out here, y'all. T.I. I love T.I. music. Who else? It's just so many from north to south to y'all know I love Snoop Dogg, y'all. So y'all, I ain't even got. Talked about him in my songs. So y'all know I love Snoop Dogg. From the east to the west, Even there's rappers even in Africa that I rock with. Rappers in UK that I rock with. So this thing is just not here. This is all over the world. People love rap music everywhere. You know what I mean? So we can't let that stop us. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to re-release, what I'm talking about, but, they felt some kind of way. And I understand, because DMX is one of the most powerful rappers out here. Who prays before they get into this, you know what I mean? That's DMX, he always put God first, and that's why we loved him, you know what I mean? Because anything that you put God first on, you're going to win, and he won, you know what I mean? Because he always put God first, no matter what his challenges was, okay? It didn't matter, because he always put God first. And God carried him through it. And that's why he's still here today, And shout out to DMX. You have paved the way for a lot of rappers, And all I can say is that we love you. We're going to continue to love you. And you keep doing what you do. We want to see you in some more movies, though, DMX. You was doing a good thing with the movies. And you just fell back from the movies. I want to see you in some more movies. Some more acting, Get back to the screen, because you definitely got it, because I love your movies, So, with that being said, you know what I'm talking about is going to be released shortly, and that's with DMX beat. Y'all just look forward to hearing it. If those that didn't hear it and those that did hear it already and know about it, it's re-released now, so y'all can hear it again. And I love all my fans, all my supporters out there. Y'all keep listening. Y'all doing wonders for me, and I'm thankful. For me coming from being a host to a dancer to now a music artist, y'all have took me through these channels, okay? And y'all stayed along with me throughout this. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of people, they hate on me or they talk shit about me. Excuse me. Oh, I wasn't supposed to curse. They talk mess about me because I'm 50 years old and I'm still doing music. Okay, when you're in the entertainment business, it don't stop. Okay, you just move on to something else. Okay, I have no other choice. This is who I am. I've been doing this since I was young. Okay, and I can't change who I am. Okay, I can't change what I got myself into as a young adult. Okay, or a kid, you know what I mean? I've been hanging with celebrities from young. Y'all hear me talk about Dougie Fresh, I would be walking down the street and he'll pick us up, you know what I mean, and take us home, you know what I mean? So that's how far back it started, y'all. I was 16 years old, hanging out in the projects. This is where B.O. and Showbiz coming at. That was back when I was 15, 16. So it didn't just start. Okay, this is not something that's new to me. I've been in this entertainment business for a very, very long time. And this is what y'all need to understand. It doesn't stop. You have to keep going. It doesn't, you wake up today and you're in the entertainment business and then you build all these fans all these years and then you go away. No, it don't work that way. And it doesn't work where you get in the entertainment business and then you just let it go. Sometimes, we fall back for a couple of years to get our stuff right, but then it's right back at it. You know what I mean? And this new era is a lot different from the old era. A lot of these people today, they have social media fans. I got real fans. You know what I mean? People that physically know me, people that talk to me, people that touch me, people that party with me. You know what I mean? So the fan base is totally different. It's not the same. Like on social media, you may get 100,000 fans and they don't know nothing of you. Don't know nothing about you. Where when we was coming up, our fans were real. We sat down, talked to them. It wasn't no they jumping all over you, grabbing you, and mistreating you or even giving you that extra love. It was all love. We were all in this together. You know what I mean? And they come out, you come out, what's up? Nobody was trying to hurt you. None of that. Things have changed so much because we're dealing with people we know nothing about. We have to stay in our lane. And in our lane is the people of our, and I've learned this recently, y'all. You have to be with the people that's like you, whether they want to be in the industry or not. That's going to support you. That's going to be there 100%. The fan, like I said, the fan base today is totally different, from back in the day. And we just have to continue to pray and continue to, cover us in the blood of Jesus because these people today are crazy. They do all kind of things, You don't know who to trust anymore, and it could be a person just like you. They could be in the industry just like you, and the hate is just so strong. They trying to hurt you instead of trying to make something happen with you. You know what I mean? So things is just so much different. And as older people that's been in the industry, people like myself, people like DMX, people like Jay-Z, people like who I'm thinking of, anybody that's 45, 50, in those range, people like Snoop Dogg, people like that, we are supposed to continue to teach y'all so y'all can do this right. You understand what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people say to me, well, why are you even in it if it doesn't make any money? Because this is who I am. I used to go out to the club and dance for free every night. Granted, I was given money sometime. I was given food. I was given drinks. I got whatever I wanted. But I did it for the people. It had nothing to do with how much money I made. Okay? I was making sure the people stayed happy. The people had a smile on their face. This is why we make music. This is why we dance for the people. This is why we do these things. It's not always about the money. I'm not chasing fame. Okay? You got some people, because I got options. I can go get me a job. Okay? I can make music every day, all day for y'all and tell y'all my life or what I've been through. And that's another reason why people want to, what I'm talking about to come back out, because it's true music. It's true content. The words that were written were facts. And a lot of these people today are making music and it's lies. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear your real life. You know what I mean? And if your real life consists of suicide and mental problems you're going through, then you need to go seek help so we can hear about the happy times, the love, the fun. You know what I'm saying? When you with your crew, this is what we want to hear. You know what I mean? So, yes, things has changed. It's just crazy these days. The things that the people talk about, I love fun rappers, like Meek, matter of fact. A lot of people don't understand why I love Meek so much. I love Meek because Meek, he be putting it down. And I like his style, the way he flows with it, and he just got that where you can get hype off him. You know what I'm saying? That like that DMX. You know what I mean? So, of course, I'm going to grab a hold of that because that is my culture. She just won't let me go. You're damn right I'm not going to. As long as he make music, I'm going to listen to it. You're damn right. DMX make music, I'm going to listen to that too. You know what I mean? Don't lose who you are. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. That's another one that y'all definitely need to listen to because Banks will give it to you straight. Banks has taught me so much since I've been in the music side of things. Just listening to his music. Okay? Now, y'all want to hear factual things and how things should be and what you might be missing or what could be happening to you. You need to listen to Banks because Banks going to give it to you straight. Okay? And like I said, I love Banks. I listen to him all the time. I wasn't a big Banks fan back in the day, but when I started rocking with 50 and G Unit, as a whole, I wanted to hear my next brother. I wanted to hear what he had to say to me. You know what I mean? Why is he in this game still? And that's when I sat down and I really listened to Banks, and I'm like, yo, this the one right here. 50, you go away. No, no, I'm sorry, 50. That's a joke. That's a joke. But Banks is the man. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all want to hear some real rap music and hear some knowledge, y'all listen to Banks. And don't 50, don't take it personal, please. But, yeah, I love me some Banks, because like I say, he has taught me so much, about this game. But I'm going to get off of here. I just wanted to give y'all some insight on where DMX and, because, people out here, they call me whores and all this stuff. And I ain't never slept with none of these men. You know what I'm saying? It's just who I am, my personality, my character, and who I was in the industry. It had nothing to do. You don't always have to be sleeping with people to make music with them or use their beats or be around them. Y'all take things too far. I ain't never slept with none of these men. I got a man at home. You know what I mean? They get on my damn nerve. You think I want the rest of these niggas that get on my nerve too? No. But we built friendships and character. We built character together. And we will help each other grow. This is what it's about. We're all in this together. So I don't get with the people, how they be thinking. I think they're crazy, When you have a love for something and you want to put knowledge out there, whether we get people who was mad with me because I was charging money for my mixtapes when people give away their mixtapes. Well, I was charging money because I had superstars on there. When you got superstars on your mixtape, you got to get some money off that. You know how hard they work to become a superstar? So yeah, of course I'm going to charge money for my mixtape. But when you got a mixtape with maybe one superstar and the rest are new artists, I can see you giving it away. But when you got major superstars on a mixtape, no, you don't do that. They deserve money on that. It's just what it is, Like my mixtape, Just a Taste. That's I got 50 on there. I got G Unit on there. I got Chris Brown on there. I got Lloyd Banks on there. Who else is on there? You know what I'm talking about is on there. These are big superstars. You know what I mean? That's on there. Why would I give that away? They deserve payment for what they've made, whether it was in the past or whether it was today. Because they still got to eat. They still got to feed their kids. They still got to make it out here. Because this is their profession. So why wouldn't I charge for it? My people got to get paid because we all in this together. Okay, so, yeah, I know it's different from back in the day, but times are harder today than it was back in the day. So you got to think about that, so. But, to each his own. Everybody have their way of doing things, but we got to come together on what we're going to do to make it, especially the rappers, what we're going to do to make it in this industry, because they're going to take it away, and y'all need to pay attention. It's going to be gone very soon, and I hate to say it, but once again, this is the conclusion of my podcast. This is Jacqueline Richardson. Y'all make sure y'all check out that book, That Boxer. Dejah. What is it? Oh God, my brains is losing. You Know About Me. That's coming out soon. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Miss JJ Diamond. Y'all already know where to find her. Okay. And Jackie. That's just the girl from the block. Okay. Y'all know how they say Jenny from the block. Well, Jackie is the girl from the block. Okay. So, yeah. And it might be a few blocks. It's not just Cortland Avenue or 145th Street. We can go from city to city. And I'm the girl from the block, just like here in Charlotte. Well, now I miss Jackie because, I'm older now, so they put a little respect on it, you know what I mean? And I help the communities out, so, they put a little respect on it. Now I miss Jackie, so, yeah, from city to city. But, y'all know where to find my music, my books, anything with me. Y'all can go look on Google. Even my podcast is there. My podcast is on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play. You know, it's pretty much everywhere. You know, so y'all know where to find me. If y'all want to know anything about me, just feel free to email me, ask me if y'all want any information on how to get into this industry and stay afloat and stay above water. You know, I'm here as a mentor, you know, and I believe a lot of the other artists are here as mentors as well, especially the big ones. I mean, some of them are in big projects and they really don't have time to collaborate with the people like that. But, you know, sometimes I make time to collaborate with the people because I want to see everybody win, you know, and that's just who I am. But I love you all. I thank y'all for supporting me, especially the music industry. I thank y'all so much because I never knew that I would come this far in the music side of things. You know, I started it back in the day, but I couldn't see the vision back then. And y'all made that vision for me. So I thank y'all all, and I love y'all all. And I'll talk to y'all soon.